So I'm Kerry, I work for Little Adventures Day Nursery, and I'm baby room lead, baby room nursery nurse, but I tend to take the lead role between me and my apprentice, who both work together upstairs. So I arrive at the nursery, and first thing we do is sort of set up breakfast and set up the room to make it really enriched environment. And then we get the children in and collect them in the morning from their parents, settle them all in, breakfast. And then we set up some activities, do some playing, nap time, bottles, babies, nappies. And then it's sort of like we do activities like with the children who are awake, whilst the others are asleep, and then they sort of swap as and when their unique routines need to carry on. So that's sort of goes through the day. They have their lunch, and then quite a lot of them go to sleep after lunch. So that's when we sort of have quiet time, sensory time for the children that need it. They have a really stimulating like sleep room where they've got lights and music, so it's really relaxed and calm atmosphere for that sleep time. And then when they wake up, it's normally about snack time activity again, or play-in, free play, or soft play sometimes, or garden, and then we're back to tea, and it all goes around again. We tend to go around themes within the nursery, so there's set themes for different times. So at the moment it's sort of winter, Chinese New Year and things, so we do a lot of sensory activities, messy play activities. We've done like a big water play. We do like a big activity upstairs in our tough spot. Water, shaving foam, gloop, Play-Doh, all the really tactile things for children who are so young. We also like to do little sort of singular activities, sort of one-to-one. A lot of them I do sort of sat either in their high chair with them at their level, so they can sit with me or sit with friends. So it could be like a couple of, like 3 of them having a really nice little activity, and do some more like drawing, something that takes a little bit more adult-led when they're so little. Oh, I love watching them grow from being tiny little sort of 6-month-olds until they're sort of rolling around, crawling, start to pull themselves up. It's just so rewarding to watch them grow and to work with families and to be with families from day dot, when their parents might be unsettled, they might be going through some things, and you work with them and you get to be that support for their family as well as the child. It's just really lovely watching them smile. Some days it can be challenging, sort of behaviour-wise. You have the children who struggle to settle, and all you really want for them is for them to be happy and content. And it can take a toll on you. It can be quite difficult, but you just take 5 minutes to breathe, calm yourself, and then it tends to help the child calm as well. Definitely need a bit of patience. A lot of people think they don't have it, and when they first start, I know when I first started, I didn't think I was a patient person, but now 100% I can see where when they're crying and all, you're rocking them for so long, you're like, come on, and you just have to stick with it and stay calm. It's really difficult to manage to keep yourself calm in situations where you're struggling, and being able to ask for help. You need to be able to ask for help if you're struggling. If you pass it on to someone else, it's not something to be looked down on. It's a really key attribute for our job, because if you are struggling, you need to say, I need help, and then we can work together as a team, as teamwork. I would say just try it. It's not that difficult. Give it a go, and learn about lots of different things, because childcare is not just one stream. There's lots of different settings, there's lots of different approaches, there's lots of different theories, there's lots of things to become passionate about. Like forest school, I used to love forest school, and Bandora's theory I love, and certain things that you really pick out and you think, I really believe in that, and that I'm very passionate that is what we're doing. And that's how I continued.
I'm Bobby, I'm the nursery manager of Little Adventures Nursery in Cheddar, and I've been here since we opened in October 2020. There is never the same day. A normal day varies. For me, I'm first port of call to parents, children, potential parents, any visitors to the nursery site. I'm the first one that will sort of greet them and assist where I can. I oversee the staff, the children, the parents. I make sure that every day the children are in ratio with the correct amount of staff, ensure sort of staff CPD is kept up to date, and ensure the smooth running of the nursery throughout the day. Every nursery is different, but within our nursery, there's the apprenticeship role, there's qualified practitioner roles, there is room manager roles, deputy roles, the management role. There's also little roles alongside sort of where you're positioned within a nursery. So, for example, INCO, which is inclusion coordinator, so deals with sort of children with SEN and that's then sort of additional needs. There's fire officer, so being in charge of sort of ensuring the alarms are checked weekly, tested monthly and recorded. There's also health and safety officer. Obviously it's everybody's responsibility to report any health and safety, but they are sort of additional roles that are open to people that want that extra responsibility. Yeah. When I sort of left school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I originally thought I wanted to be in the police force, and then I sort of changed my mind quite drastically and decided to take the route of hairdressing. Hairdressing was not for me, and then I thought about childcare. I did an apprenticeship myself when I first sort of started this route, and what I found quite beneficial was sort of being paid on the job, and that's quite a big bonus of working sort of as being an apprentice basically. And then I worked for a company for 9.5 years in North Somerset, and I slowly worked my way up from apprentice to manager, relocated to Wedmore, and then this came available, and here I am. Go for it. It's like I've said, it's really rewarding, and it's enjoyable. It's a job that, you know, not every day is the same. It doesn't get boring. You know, things are different day in, day out.
I'm Molly, and I'm an apprentice doing a level 3 early years educator course at Little Adventures Nursery. I have younger siblings, and I've had a lot of fun helping my mum look after them, and I've just always loved being around children and helping them develop and explore. I really enjoy creating the bonds with the children and being able to just go and do an activity with them, because they all love it and they just honestly have so much fun, and you have fun with them and you feel really involved. So I go to college once a week, and I also have an assessor who comes in to observe me doing things, so it works quite well together. What I study is we learn about partnerships with parents, or we learn about play, or exercise, healthy eating, everything that will benefit children, how to help them develop. It is very useful because a lot of the stuff I study I've either seen already, or I can study something first and I know what to do here. I personally think that going for an apprenticeship is a lot nicer, because you kind of get the experience along the way, rather than just kind of getting the qualification, kind of going somewhere not really sure how to actually do the stuff. So the experience with the children is definitely something that benefits. I think you need to be quite organised a lot of the time, but you also need to be quite flexible, because a lot of the time you might have a plan, but it will just, sometimes you might just need to get rid of it and do something else. But I definitely think organised, you need to be quite kind and caring, because a lot of the children, is quite comforting and are quite young, so I definitely think that would be something you'd need.